till you
Yeah,
found what you wanted, you know, and that was the kind of thing that made me want to get organized.
Yeah. My grandpa would take mason jars.
Yeah.
And just cut a hole in the lid and screw them up. And
Yeah.
I mean, that's the coolest thing you ever seen, ain't it? I mean, you know, he'd have them mason jars screwed up there and have them all, you know, have stuff in them where you could see them. That's a genius. You know, that's a, you know, I try to do the stuff. I try to organize the best I can. And I get organized then. When I'm done with the job, that's when I get unorganized, when I start putting my tools back up. Or somebody else goes to helping me putting my tools up, and I say, where did that go? You know what I mean? And screwdrivers disappear. I don't know if you have this trouble with screwdrivers. I just, whenever I see a 4 or 5 pack of screwdrivers, I just buy them, bring them back in the shop, and throw them down. Because I figure I'll just go ahead because they disappear. How can I lose screwdrivers?
I don't do that. I've got tools that I bought when I was 12, 13 years old.
I'm more the Japanese tool guy. Because when I figure, I say I need a socket set. Okay, and I'm working on something. When I'm done, I'd rather just throw that over the hill, and then I'll get me $20 and buy another socket set. I figure, cause I no way I keep up with that tools like it. Now I tell you what I do like. I like hammers. I've got to where I've got this addiction to hammers, and then I love finding them. You know, or finding old tools and redoing them.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I found some wrenches. The other day I found a pipe wrench. No, it was a crescent wrench, and I was so excited. I found it in a building up on the hill, big old crescent wrench, and I cleaned it up, man. I took me a little brush and cleaned it all over and got it all nice, and I've had it hanging on the wall. And I said, man, that's because they're expensive, big crescent wrench. And I said, I found a jewel. I found that thing. And then I went to use it the other day, and where you turn your fingers on the thing, half of it was gone. So when I would turn it over, the whole jaw would open up. And I thought, now I know why this ragged pile of junk was laying up there. What I figure I'll do is I'll just lay it somewhere else, maybe out to the landfill, and somebody will find it and they'll be excited. Won't they? It'll bring joy to somebody else's life.
Let's take that downtown for bait.
Yeah. I can use it for an anchor on the boat. Yeah. It's a big one. I found a pipe wrench like that and cleaned it up. But then, you know, the jaws wear out on them old pipe wrenches. But I cleaned it up and painted it. And the worst thing I ever done was I had a sledgehammer. I kept breaking the handle out. You know, we would do stuff and break the handle. And I said, you know, being the genius I am, I found me a slate bar, put in there and welded it.
Okay.
And man alive, when you use that thing, it jar your teeth, it jar your shoulders. That wasn't very smart. It wasn't a good thing. I lost it and didn't regret it at all. I don't know where it went. But it's good to be able to keep that stuff.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You know, I've been accused of being thrifty too, you know, and that all stems from, you know, when you're growing up and people bought furniture back then thinking it was a lifetime investment, you know, and that's the way I always was. I bought a tool, I think, well, I'm going to have this till I die.
Right.
You know, and I take care of my tools, and then when, you know, Craftsman or Snap-on, any of them companies, you know, they replace a tool when it breaks, you know, so I'd make sure I buy that kind of tool so I get it replaced, you know. And so like I said, I've got tools that I bought when I was in